Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I always say that there's always a moment at which, like during the halaqah, where it just like I feel this overwhelming visceral reaction. And today I felt like I just wanted to cry. This is so beautiful. And especially I think as a convert, you know, I think that just what we've learned so far in Surah Al Baqarah, if people actually took the time to really listen and put it all together, I really don't understand why not everyone would just convert. Sorry, maybe I'm fanatic, but I feel like you answered so many human points. You know, we've received a lot of questions like, okay, what does Surah Baqarah have to say about chosen people? Well, you've answered all of that. You know, people want to understand, okay, why do Muslims think in such ritualistic terms? Well, you've answered that. How does the Bible differ from the Quran and in a way that matters to like how we live our lives? Well, you've answered that. I mean, even the fact that you are able to pull this Bible and just return the gaze. Let's just go point by point. And I think what was really especially powerful for me was when you read what the Bible had to say about Hagar and Ishmael. I mean, for God's sake, it's like says what, I mean, it verifies what is Islam. And the fact that the Jews and Christians have ignored it. I mean, this is like mind-blowing. And I mean, just to have heard that not, 10 minutes ago, it's like a little bit hard to process. But, I think that this exercise of just putting everything in its historic context, and you've made it, accessible for people. You've blown out of the water the whole idea of ritualism and the whole ridiculousness of, Wahhabism and the Judaism of Islam. You've helped us to understand Islamophobia in a different way, because when you say, okay, this is what Islamophobes say, or this is what Orientalists say, because many of us have heard these things and, we couldn't put them anywhere because we didn't know. And I feel that, this changes everything. I mean, I honestly, I can't even look at social media anymore where I see Muslims dropping little, sentences, oh, this hadith says that, this Quranic verse says this, as if that's the answer to everything. It's like you can't go back when you know so much more and you feel really angry in one way and also hopeful in another. That there's so much in this tradition, and it's just so unfair. Muslims don't know any of this, and they don't even necessarily know that that it's here for them. So, I mean, I just am blown away, so grateful, overwhelmed, with emotion, because it's just like, okay, it's all here. It's all right here. And it's just, all it takes is for people to take it seriously and invest in knowledge, which is just so foreign to so many Muslims.
I want people to help us preserve this, because you're right. This knowledge I am demonstrating how knowledge can mean the difference between defeat and victory, between living as a people with dignity and honor and not being ashamed of anything. And it's people just don't know how much they don't know. But it needs to be, people need to help us preserve this knowledge. Because if it's not preserved, I don't know how long it's going to take until another person comes along and puts it all together. And as you know, it took millions of dollars and I don't know how many hours and languages and study.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, God can always send someone, but I mean, knowing what the journey has been, at least from what I've seen since I've known you, I don't think anyone is really interested in what you've done or necessarily capable. I mean, it just, you know, like, we have so many stories to tell. And maybe there will be another opportunity for that. But alhamdulillah, I feel like we're so blessed and so lucky to be receiving this. I think people don't really know like how much has gone into this knowledge here, and just being able to arrive and take it for free, you know, because you've shed blood and tears and God knows how many nights of pain and suffering. And I will testify to that, you know. But now I understand, like, this is gold. I mean, this is the future for our faith, for anyone who wants to take it seriously. And if you've heard this and you've come this journey with us, I feel like the accountability, you can't hear this, you know, and not feel like, okay, if you don't do something with it and take it seriously, I mean, this is a loss for humanity, but this is also an opportunity for humanity, right? I mean, God, there's just so much to say. Alhamdulillah. But I don't know, I think I haven't felt viscerally, I mean, I don't know if anyone else wants to chime in, but this is the answer that, you know, Muslims need to turn things around and to see how we have something to offer humanity that other faith traditions don't have. And it's not like it's that hard. It's not, I mean, well, I should say it is hard. You make it seem so easy. But to arrive here is, you know, amazing. So thank you. I want to cry. So anyway, I'm really excited to hear the next phase, the moral part. I mean, you think like, oh my God, you know, what we received today in the last 3 days is oceans of knowledge, and so, and the fact that we have not even, I mean, this is now just the 68th surah out of 114. Holy cow. You know, what remains. But yes, please, to anyone who's hearing this, you know, if you're part of this, you know, what we're doing here, I mean, we work around the clock, all of us, doing our different parts of this, trying to preserve this tradition, you know, whether it's transcribing, editing, you know, recording, uploading, taking snippets. I mean, everyone, even just supporting everyone else, just being a friend. We're all here and we're all in it, and because we all believe that this is something really important for the future. And so if you want to be with us on this journey, come, we invite you. You know, whatever you can do, even just a prayer, you know, God will accept, and we will be so grateful for that. So tell your friends, tell anyone who you think is searching, that here it is. You know, it takes some work, but it's here. Alhamdulillah, thank you so much. And inshallah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we hope to see you next Wednesday to be continued. Alhamdulillah. We're going to all go have a crying session together. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum.